afraid to come home, now that all his... Even though I'm still... As long as he's willing to turn over and...
Please don't get upset. If collecting things is a habit that Mr. Nagato had but the information we gathered from the other side suggests Amenoma...
A little confusing.
Let's try a change of scenery. Rest assured, we'll...
Thank you
Based on the information we've gathered so far, I can only surmise that the fire at the warehouse... Do you have any...
Well, Paimon was thinking that maybe someone accidentally knocked over an oil lamp? Nope, never mind. Paimon's brain needs to rest for a while. Over to you.
An interesting explanation. Amenoma Yuya is an expert on swords. He could have noticed. Maybe he recognized a blade as a fake, or a well-known stolen. They thought a fire would destroy everything. But then the Tenryou Commission began investigating. But it's a far-fetched theory. One fact that I keep coming back to is that Amenoma Yuya is polite, and Mr. Nagato, being heavily in debt, the more I ponder it, the more puzzling it becomes. Right. Although the time frame seems to broaden, Amenoma Yuya lacks a key distinguishing feature of the attacker. Namely, that he is principally a practitioner of the blade testing techniques of Amenoma art, not those of...
Darn! We thought we could get to...
Let's keep going. If we can solve the case, both Mr. Amenoma and Miss...
Okay.
Let's head out of this...
Go back to Facebook. Alright. Savannah, this is the oak button. Yeah, look at the bottom.
I gotta be honest. The last time I played Genshin in any large capacity was when they added the newest place, Fontaine.
Oh, yeah. Or when they added.
Fontaine. And it was just a case of too much map and not enough space, not enough shit to do. And I feel like the developers basically just said,
Wait.
You know, fuck you to everybody that complained about it. So now there's too much
something
shit
ominous
in the map
wind.
area.
Oh! This must be another one of those... As sketchy as that whole thing seems, you did put it to good use when we were chasing down...
Now I'm picking up a strong scent.
But there's nothing here.
It's gone now. But it felt very much like that ancient presence in Inazuma. The remnants of the Tatarigami. Indeed. But this unexpected spring of inauspicious energy, we should remain vigilant.
So it's an under...
The force is definitely the source of the Tatarigami. Judging from the concentration, I would...
Mrs. Nagato said her husband...
It could well be that he was already under the influence of Tatarigami, from what I've been told.
Alright.
But most will develop. Mr. Nagato had an interest in with.
What's down?
Everything's buried in debris. It looks like the fire caused a cave-in, reducing the entire warehouse to rubble.
That was too...
All we can do now is get 2 ordinary humans, entangled with the Tatarigami. Yes, let's go. Quiet your mind and focus.
Here, this one. Let's do Savannah. don't know what.
From this point, the trail appears to... The main source of the Tatarigami energy continued on into the distance,
Why am
but
I
a small portion remained here.
Whoa! Look at all those hilly trails! They're acting really strangely.
Something seems to be drawing their attention. Let's take a closer look.
That is the deck. I guess we can. I don't know. Oh, it's working.
Barbados, guide us.
Scatter! Yeah! 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 Scatter!
We didn't go up. Up.
Yeah! Yeah! What?
Oh, wait. Go down?
Propagate!
Here.
Try not to enjoy this too.
Germinate! Scatter! Yeah! Yeah! Yeah!
Go as one!
By the looks of it, a letter, written on a piece of torn... Well,
I wonder if I don't want to go to.
according to this letter, a conflict arose. Yuya started the fire that destroyed the warehouse and wounded Mr. Nagato in the fight.
So,
He was not only mortally wounded, whatever traces there may have been of his fate beyond after this point, they've since been disturbed by the hilly churls. Yes. Right now, if Amenoma Yuya is attacking other people indiscriminately,
right! So let's get moving!
I wouldn't be surprised if he, too, for a practitioner of the martial arts, all the clues that at first seemed disparate and I have a hypothesis that, if it's correct...
Wait! You figured it...
I believe so. But it's something of an out. On with the search.
Why here?
I'm not sure. But on closer... Show yourself!
Kaede Harakazuha. It's you, at last.
Aha! What's your problem?
Indeed, there should be no enmity between us. But what if instead of facing Amenoma Yuya, we are in fact facing the blade in his hand?
Now that you mention it... Whoa! Shh!
Tatarigami energy often lodges itself within physical objects, then works to subtly affect any living organisms in its vicinity. The blade has resided in Mr. Nagato's warehouse for many years. Or rather, as a means to occupy.
You're sharper than I... Many years ago, I was forged by a famed... as a descendant of the Kaedehara clan.
I presume it has something to do with the...
Indeed. At that point in time, he failed to live up to the... He was a bladesmith of great... And sure enough, in the end, he achieved what he had set out to do. All of it, he not only bestowed upon me the greatest... In her conceit, the Raiden Shogun lost not only the single most...
So...
The people of the time in which I was born never believed I had that kind of power. They saw me as a mere... After the death of my creator, I decided to leave Snezhnaya and began my long quest to return to the distant land of Inazuma. I seek but one thing. To face the full force of the Raiden Shogun's blade and prove my power. The might...
Tell me, what happens to the...
My hosts? Who cares what happened when they got tired or injured or unusable?
You're...
After I returned to Inazuma, at long last, I'm approaching my journey's destiny. Kaede Harakazuha, you stood against the Raiden Shogun. Now... Join me and sever that divine light! Join me and sever that divine light!
Wait, hear me!
Stand in my way.
Your bluff's fooling...
Lost. I can never... Even if you defeat me, he is but a puppet that can be replaced. The end result is the same. And even if I were to lose my physical, by any means necessary...
Your fighting style. But from your movements, I sense only hatred.
Really? You could...
As I've mentioned before, since the blade is current, if you ask me...
Are you trying to claim that on his deathbed, he passed to me? All in that regard, why...
Because all of that is... I've been wondering why you've not caused... Now that I've seen inside your mind... After all the...
Oh, that...
Only when Mr... Well, you were I think you realize... But the way I...
What would you know about any of this?
You returned to Inazuma to prove the unparalleled brilliance of Ishin, even if you were to sever that divine light. Sure, you inherited the secrets of Ishin art. But even as you made your journey to honor this legacy, how could you possibly unleash the full potential of Ishin art when you act in perfect discordance with the principle of harm?
Silence! I must achieve. I will concede that you are most perceptive.
And you should
Easy for you to say. I have no need of anything that would stand in my way. It is pointless to argue.
How stubbornly you... I do not believe for a second that you can...
What?
Very well. Then find yourself once we have dealt with them.
And as for your end of the bargain, if you lose...
Don't do this, Kazuha!
This is the only way to save Amenoma Yuya. The Cursed Blade's strength is currently very weak, and I sense he's hesitating. The power of the Tatarigami lies in intensifying existing obsessions.
But...
Even if things take... We have a chance here to save an innocent victim.
Your disdain for me betrays your woeful ignorance. I agree now.
Kazuha?
I felt a little dizzy at first. It's all right. So far, I will.
What should we do next?
We find some enemy. Although this blade has endured much turmoil. If a blade built for Ishin art cannot enter a state of harm, if he wants to avoid reality, then we need to...
Wait a minute! Since the Takatsukasa clan abandoned that secret base...
all right.
What about Amenoma...
The blade says he'll let Amenoma Yuya trail us silently.
Are we sure this is a... Okay.
Stay close and you will live. Shine down!
Scatter! Yeah!
Time for your assignment!
Propagate!
Now you shall perish! There is no escape! Illusion shattered!
The insolent shall
Shut
be
up!
punished. Where are you? Fullest blood!
Barbados, guide us.
Propagate! Germinate!
Incinerate! Got you! Out of my sight! Her Majesty's power
Scatter!
flows through me!
There is no escape.
Got you! Mirror images of earth's like water. Winter shall eventually come.
Pay your dues. Prepare yourself.
Fullest blood!
Scatter!
Fullest blood!
I swear by my sword.
No escape. Leaving so
Spring
soon.
forth!
Breath of the flame!
Inazuma shines eternal. Illusion shattered.
Can't run from death.
There is no escape. Illusion shattered.
Let's get down to business. How's this?
Wind Strider!
Finally, I'm the berry. Let's get down to business.
Into the wind!
Berry. I'm the berry.
How are you feeling?
I'm all right. The blade is performing largely as I expected. Though he's making every effort to persevere.
Something else on your...
How strange. Let's keep going. The wind knows me.
Let's get down to business. The berry. Finally, the berry. The berry. Finally,
Whoa! Something's up with the blade!
I can sense that his strength is slowly fading away. He cannot hold out much longer. If he keeps...
But what would...
I will be careful with it. He's...
Cheap tricks. I'm ready.
It's fine. The wind knows me.
You win this.
Are you okay?
Yes.
The sheen's grown a bit dimmer again.
Perhaps this time we'll find...
True form? What are you talking... Is this the same blade as before? It looks like a piece of junk!
If you choose to continue in the state you're in, you wouldn't... Maybe you did truly wield power to rival the Shogun's light when first forged. It barely needs stating anymore. Your ambition is a flight of fancy. I've finally figured out why it was that you agreed to my bet. You wanted to reach a state of harmony with me, but regrettably we are nothing alike. I will not be the only one who truly understood you.
Huh?
Here they are! Take them down!
Where do they keep coming from? Yup! We...
Don't worry. It's just more...
Let's get down to business.
Wind Strider!
The berry. This.
You fought way...
You are a true Kaedehara in flesh and... No one knew anything of my story throughout my travel. I thought that if I could achieve Ishin harm...
But in this too, you have...
Indeed. No matter too much time has passed. My physical... Yours is the blade that took on the Muso no Hitotachi.
Actually, this is just a... Forging and maintenance are both... This blade has traveled the land with me for many years. And we have formed skill. Blade. There is something else I must tell you. Though your maker may not have been aware, Tatarigami is a malevolence from the ancient... Though you tried to cooperate with me while I was wielding you.
I sensed...
I resisted its temptations because I wanted to save Amenoma Yuya. I feel a great sense of regret for you. The moment you embarked on this journey, you have known this for a long time.
He gave me everything. How could I said to him...
Aww.
I believe our bet is now settled.
Where are you going, Kazuha?
He now has neither the ability nor the motivation. When I touched the hilt for the first time, a bladesmith lay quietly on the bed. A newly forged blade lay by his side.
Wow.
Indeed. While in exile in Snezhnaya, he spent the rest of his life in the forge. He felt intense regret at being tricked by the Fatui, but he could never again return to his homeland. So he instructed this sentient blade to find a way back to Ina. All he wanted to show was that they once shone brilliantly as blade and...
So that's... But after that...
Right. I believe the bladesmith might never have known that the power he worked with was that of the Tatarigami. This blade has committed unforgivable atrocities. Yes, time would not wait or... He seems to have calmed...
When I look back at the past, I once told him that I would pay any price to fulfill his wishes, but darkness and slaughter numbed them. Not only did I fail...
You are finally seeing reality.
Since we agreed to the terms of the bet, but I still cannot bring my... So, may I...
Hey! Now you're adding...
It has to be done in this order. At least hear what I have to say. My physical form, as well as...
His attitude... What do you think, Kazuha?
Let's hear it.
Thank you all. When I was... Alas, nor have I ever... My fights were divorced. You are a fine warrior. I will release Amenoma Yuya and restore his... You must have plenty of reason.
Understood.
I see. I utterly despise him and his actions. But since if a duel can help to set this I do not wish to be...
There's no need to worry.
Thanks for your help.
All right, then let's... More Ronin could appear at in any case, for a final duel.
Propagate!
There is no escape! Go as one! Boom boom! Illusion shattered! Motion to compel! Torn to oblivion! Barbados, guide us! Boom boom! Inadmissible evidence!
Propagate!
Shine down! The thunder falls.
Scatter!
Motion to compel!
Propagate!
Detached from the world. Boom boom! Incinerate! Boom boom! Time for your arraignment! Motion to compel!
Huh. Let's appraise the value on this. Huh. Drat. You caught me.
The campaign begins.
This reminds Paimon a bit of the Crux Clash. Yep, we still can't let our guard down. Still, even if he's way Are you ready?
Ready? Okay. Successor of Ishin.
Successor of Amenoma art.
Honored to cross blades with...
It is my honor.
Into the wind. Wind strike.
Thank you. Although he appears battered and broken, his sense of savage cruelty has completely...
You also fought well. There are a few things that I shall leave.
I must apologize to you.
You need not seek my forgiveness. It is too late.
I do not wish for forgiveness. I only hope that you will see my... I strayed far from the straight and narrow. I beseech you.
Yes. I too...
Thank you. Success.
This blade has also told me that he has another wish. Maybe we can go back there.
What does he want to...
I'm not sure, but...
I am sorry to have troubled you.
A prized Ishin blade. Consider it, but I have some good news as well. Really? Yes. Badly. And now that Yuya is back...
I think I know what you want.
What's wrong, Kazuha?
Yes. He said he wants to take control.
What? No!
He tells me that he's thought of another way to fulfill... I have decided...
But...
Thank you. Okay. I am ready.
My power is almost spent. Without him, my eventual demise is inevitable. But if I abandon the future to give everything I have in this moment, my physical form can be forged anew.
Everything? You mean...
Yes. The cost is my entire consciousness. You were right. There's nothing that I can accomplish now. But there's still a chance for Ishin art. Once remade, I will be a valuable resource for your studies. Ishin lives on, and its finest hour is yet to come. Even if I am not the one to prove its might to the Shogun, as long as it is an Ishin blade, crafted by Kaedehara hands, it will still fulfill his final wish. Thank you, son of the Kaedehara clan. Over the years, my real name has been forgotten by all. I am ashamed to utter it, yet it remains strong in my mind. Kagotsurube Ishin. This name is now yours to keep.
Rest in peace.
So, that his consciousness will
Kagotsurube Ishin. It seems like deep down he disapproved of his own only in the final moments.
Seems like he really...
The same fervent ambition that gave him the Speaking for myself, I'd rather see him recognize and atone for his mistakes than see him punished for them. I understand. Perhaps hearing his wish to rival the divine light touched your quest to face the gods, and after everything I've seen, I will continue to support you from this point on.
Wait!
Oh, you're right. And it's also time to give him a response to...
You've returned. I hear that the issue has been resolved. The Tenryou Commission has already attended to the danger at the warehouse. The investigation into Amanoma Yuya should conclude.
Wow, you should...
Then we needn't recount all the details again. Now, as to your earlier offer, I wish to give you my answer. Please, take a...
What's this?
Kagotsurube Ishin. A weapon crafted using... By means of a series of fortuitous events, I was able to And so, it looks like I will likely continue with my journey across... The Kaidahara clan has always been a family of... Were I to accept your goodwill, I may find myself embroiled in...
You misunderstand.
I am aware, but I...
Very well. I can understand. However, if you should ever change your mind or find yourself...
Great.
Where will you travel to?
As for my next destination, let's see where the wind takes me.
You must have a whole bunch of questions after our last conversation with Nahida.
Come on, serious suggestions, please. I'm not trying to write a thriller here. It's supposed to be an essay, you understand? An essay. That means facts and logic.
Well, if it's facts and logic you're after, you shot yourself in the foot with your choice of research topic, didn't you? The Tatara Suna mystery. When so much remains unexplained, there's little to be objective about. Unless, of course, you restrict yourself to textual criticism.
Yeah, well, this is my teacher's area of research. I can't change that. But it's fascinating enough without having to sensationalize it, don't you think? The strange location, the missing details, a mysterious person. I want to write my essay on something interesting, and I'm interested in getting to the bottom of all this. That's the only reason I came to you.
Yes, you came to me, so all the more reason to take my advice. The fact is, it's the dramatization that will make people want to read it. There's no getting around that.
Okay, but...
Did one of them just mention Tatara Suna? But that's all the way in Inazuma! Is it just Paimon, or is it kinda unusual for someone in Sumeru to want to write a paper about that? Everyone here's just going about their business. Maybe it really is just Paimon. Guess people here are free to research pretty much anything. Great! Let's go find out what this Tatara Suna mystery is all about. I really want it to be the holiday season.
Alright, I guess I'll go with my textual criticism and your editorial direction for the first draft. I have a feeling that the missing Kabuki Mono will end up being the main focus of this paper. Ugh, if only we knew where to find that traveler. From what they say about him, this seems like the kind of thing he'd know about.
Oh, you're...
Hey, what's with that face? Don't...
No, of course I believe you. This is my first time coming face to face with you and your mysterious silver-haired companion.
Sawada, for the love of... Traveler, I hear you've helped...
Actually, we don't know much about that place either.
My teacher chose this area of research as a personal challenge.
If you don't mind, I'd love to...
Hold on, Sawada. Don't...
Well, fair point. In that case,
let me give you some background. This all started, but in the end, apart from the...
That's right.
So first this strange person goes missing.
Yes, my thoughts exactly.
Stop shouting!
This part's important. It just so happens, even back then...
Wait, so there are two...
That's right! What's more, Niwa is a name with a lot of history to it.
Oh, the swordsmiths? Yeah,
Wow, yes. You really know your stuff. That makes things easier. So, something then seems to have happened in the Kaidahara clan, leading to their downfall.
The Kaidahara clan?
Sawada, you left out the...
Oh, yes, of course. How could I forget?
Get to the point.
According to information acquired by Akaba's teacher, the Kabuki...
A puppet?
Aha! Judging by the look...
No!
I agree.
Oh, and please read my Sawada was... Oh, how about if I plug the holes...
Wait! You're allowed to just make stuff up? Pretty sure you've gone...
Akaba, look. Besides, if there really was a political power struggle going on at anything...
Good point. Okay.
We have some other stuff to do, so we'll have to...
All right, thank you.
Hey, so that thing they were talking about, it has to do with the Balladeer. Okay, then even if we did know something about it, we probably couldn't share it with them, huh? After all, we kicked his butt and got him locked up. Information about... If you ask Paimon, Akaba should just pick a different topic. There must be as many... Ah! Hey, did you see that? He literally just went by, over there. It looked like... the Balladeer! No, it can't have been. He got locked up. Oh, quick, let's catch up and see.
It's not every day you see.
Don't you dare try.
As long as the terms are reasonable.
Well, I, for one, have no reason to.
Yes, one in which I gained valuable information. The Balladeer's power was all but completely spent after your battle. Plus, he's a former Harbinger with no—
Wait a second. Former?
I take no pleasure in saying this, but it seems that—
Sometimes it's you using them, other times it's them using you. So as long as you have some value to offer, no— Well, if the Fatui are gonna
As we discussed, I don't like causing harm to living beings, and you said you need protection. So, why not join forces with us?
I think these two have made their objection to that idea fairly clear, don't you? And they're your friends, so I guess you'll be siding with them.
Yeah, obviously! Nahida, don't listen to him!
Then let's put that discussion to the side for now. We still have time. Today can be a trial run. Where we go from here will depend on how well we manage to cooperate today.
All right, then I'll do what we agreed.
Good. Go now, and keep in touch.
Nahida, are you serious about this?
Yes. I have my reasons for this decision. Yes. As I told you once before, there's information about your twin in Irminsul.
Oh, yeah. Actually, that's the whole reason we came to see you today. So, you have an update on that?
Mm-hmm. You may remember me mentioning that the Fatui had not included your twin's details in the Descender category. This is an extremely important point. It's possible that the Fatui have other information that even I don't know about. And since the Balladeer used to be one of them, he'll be better acquainted with this information than I am. He was granted the power to connect with Irminsul when he almost became the god of a new era. Even though he no longer has the Gnosis, some traces of its power remain in him. He can still connect. The amount of information in Irminsul is vast beyond description. Sifting through all of it without knowing what to look for would take too long, even for me. So I asked the Balladeer to search in Irminsul for any information about the Descenders. He's more familiar with this kind of information, and should be able to find it more quickly. I understand how things will go in the— Our minds have— As Sumerus, if this deal with the Balladeer can— It's my pleasure. I was gonna contact you about that, but then you said— In fact, even though he only had— Of course I'll be there to help guide you through Irminsul from the— Great. Prepare yourselves.
Wow, it looks pretty different here compared to last time. The colors are gentler. Guess that must—
Look at that. Hot on my heels.
Shut your beak, jailbird!
I understand that prisoners have to put up with harassment from the guards, but—
Sounds like a successful— I need to be quite clear about something. In a few— Unlike anywhere else, Irminsul's inner region consists— I know there are many grievances between you, on both sides.
Fine. Let's call it true.
Let's cut each other a little slack, shall we? Per my agreement with Lesser Lord Kusanali, I'll be at the front. It's my job—
You sure you're confident.
If there are no further or did you need some time to mentally prepare yourselves?
Ew! Ugh, the snark on this guy. It's
We can start.
Irminsul access granted.
Is this a small sapling? Oh, darn it! Come on, let's catch up with him. Wow! So this is the inside of Irminsul. Ooh. Paimon's...
Irminsul is closely intertwined with the entirety. Pick your jaws up off.
Why is it that Paimon just...
Lesser Lord Kusanali?
Can you still sense where the heart...
Yes.
Permission granted.
Let's go. Stay.
Hey, so...
I was just imagining the look on your travel companion. Anything's possible in here. You can't roll...
These sapling things have spread out.
Those are all packets of information from inside Irminsul. Be careful not to touch them.
It looks the same in every direction. No wonder he mentioned about getting lost. Huh. What do you know? He was actually telling the truth. Is he mocking me again? What is it this time?
There's a time and a place to lie, but this definitely isn't it. So why don't you relax your guard a little? We're here.
What a huge tree!
Lesser Lord Kusanali.
Good, you made it. Are you ready?
Ready when you are.
Then please begin. Preparing to access cognitive currents. Establishing waypoint.
The Balladeer's actually doing what Nahida tell.
The rest is up to you. If you discover...
Will do.
Huh. For once, we're the ones with nothing to do.
Chancellor, Paimon. Yes, I've also invited Paimon to join.
Huh? What the? We can talk to each other inside our head?
That's part of it. Plus,
Paimon's never tried this before. So, Paimon's been wanting to ask you something. Don't you think...
as I've told you before, there are still some mysteries for him. Perhaps today will be the day. Well done. So, you made contact with that part of his mind.
Huh. Paimon thought nothing could...
Everyone has a history, Paimon.
Speaking of puppets, we ran into 2 people at the Academia today
If you mean the mysterious events...
Really? Because from what they were saying...
Oh? How interesting.
So the guessing got it right.
Well, they guessed right about...
Must be a riveting conversation you three are having. Fun... Don't insult me. You're having a private conversation without me. Obviously. Of course you do.
So...
Still looking. Don't get your hopes up, though. You and your twin...
Wait! How did you know?
It's not like we've never met before. And anyway, you're world famous. It'd be more surprising if I didn't know a few things about you. Right now, we have to keep the peace. I'm not interested in creating more misery for... Huh?
This light... It looks so...
Anonymous.
Hey! Don't you forget the agreement!
Shh! Just...
Mr. Niwa, are you certain this is worth the risk? We are talking about Tatara Suna's furnace, after all.
There's no one else who can enter the...
Is that so?
It's...
Whoa!
I have been in Tatara Suna for some time now. You have shown under your leadership. As I understand, the forging industry with crystal marrow as a raw material has since flourished. Given skills.
Yes, well, were it not for you coming to Inazuma and happening to make Akame's acquaintance, you allowed Akame to take all the credit for a method that you jointly developed. Even now, you remain one of Tatara Suna's key consultants, working right here alongside us. I believe it is you, sir, who are truly responsible for the change.
You flatter me. From the outset, I saw much that was commendable in the forging industry of Inazuma, and it has been my great honor to befriend you all.
So you say, Escher.
My good sir.
I tried to resist thinking it was all connected. Because what have we gained from adopting your new technology? Ominous black smoke? Mounting production problems? And recently, as you well know, someone died because of that. None of the people who went out to get help have come back. Now, our mutual friend, the Kabuki Mono, is taking the Golden Feather to Narukami Island to seek it. But that doesn't faze you, does it, Escher?
I'm just surprised that you finally chose to be so...
Mikoshi Nagamasa may have noticed that there was one common denominator among all these events.
After all, Nagamasa is the adopted son of Mikoshi Torichio, the yokai struck down by the shogun's... Why, Mr. Neil...
Enough! I'm here because an evil force is raging inside the furnace. And someone needs to take your new device and... I'm in charge here. And I'm about to take some responsibility and head inside.
Judging from the look in your eye...
Drop the act! We're past that now. Whoever you are, I just want to know what you're still doing here. What's left?
Honestly, I'm just waiting for the right moment. A moment like this, where you finish talking.
You...
You're a little... I thought I'd disguise myself exceptionally well. It's a long journey from Inazuma to Fontaine, but that didn't stop them. And yet, despite all of that, you still fail to realize my true identity.
If you kill me...
Oh, but you're quite wrong. There is one other person.
Whoever you're working for won't get away with this.
It's no trouble at all. If you must know, I'm happy to divulge...
The Fatui?
Just to create a...
That's it. That's why...
Look how even the righteous soul is filled with venom when faced with its... My device functions precisely as you say. It is easier for a... Make no mistake.
He has nothing.
What a beautiful way to see the world. Think of me as a monster or a demon, if you wish. At least this... I say, Mr. Niwa, let's see what happens. Mr. Niwa. Jester, I have completed the task you gave me. Creating a... I'd like to introduce a puppet to you. If you...
Hey!
Dottore. Good.
Was that... the doctor? Did he turn into a But why did...
When I touched the doctor to confirm whether he'd eliminated all his segments...
Maybe so.
Does it? But this memory shows that Niwa didn't betray... You know very well what that means.
Let's give him some space.
We need to give him some time to process his emotions.
Paimon's still confused about the Tatarasuna incident.
Nobody has ever deceived you like that, Paimon. So now you have the complete picture. Katsuragi took the Kabuki-mono to live with the people of Tatarasuna. It was all a horrific experiment planned by the doctor. Of all the unwitting participants in the doctor's after the events you just saw in that memory, the doctor put Niwa's heart into the device and handed it to the balladeer. The load was far beyond what he expected, but the balladeer survived. The mechanic answered. Niwa fled this place for fear of punishment, but he left you. The mechanic removed the withered heart. The balladeer was stunned that such unthinkable cruelty had brought him the thing he'd been longing for his entire life. He thought Niwa had completely betrayed him, and yet this very betrayal had...
Holy moly! So the doctor killed an...
Yes.
Tori, you brazen-faced... Niwa didn't run from justice. You killed him.
Shall we see how he's doing? Hey, you alright? That's a scary expression.
Are you worried about me? If we didn't have such a history, I'd almost think that it won't.
Hey, are you
That's why we're here. But unfortunately, there's no information about the Descenders.
Even if you can't find anything, that seems to confirm it. Irminsul does not...
Oh, does that mean we have to leave empty-handed?
Don't thank me just yet. You look really upset.
Huh?
The reason why there are records about your sister and Irminsul. It might have something to do with Conria. Plus, she only came to this world because...
The heavens!
The Jester told me this himself. You can take his word on this. He was a royal mage in Conria, and lived with you. I don't know the details. Did you get all that?
Yes.
Does this info count towards my mission?
Very
Good. In that case, I'll take some time for my...
Huh?
Lesser Lord Kusanali was right. My powers all but complete. I shared a secret with you, and now you owe me. So in return, I'd like give me your... Can you hear my voice and... No. So tell me, in this world... Done.
Huh? What?
Nothing. I was... So long.
Where are you going? Hey, wait up! Didn't you say not to go running off?
Fast reaction time. But I don't think we'll be seeing each other again. From this day forth, the name's Baladir. Those who died in Tatarasuna because of me.
Hey! Baladir!
You know, I never did like insects. Hordes of the... But if a colony of harmless ants isn't threatening anyone, I guess they'd...
Baladir! Uh-oh, he just... Oh no!
Oh!
Nihida!
Traveler! Paimon! Baladir!
It was the Baladirs!
I didn't think he'd be capable. Did he keep some of his power hidden when he was defeated?
Where the heck did he go?
Don't be. It's not your fault. We're running out of time. Follow... This is an emergency. I'll have to ask you to stay here for now. Everything's arranged, and no... I'm sorry, but...
An emergency?
Don't worry. If my assessment is correct, though there...
Her voice has gone. Paimon can't shake the feeling that something really big has happened. He wants to change the past? But surely that's impossible. Right! You can't just... It's like... Imagine Paimon drank all the water in this inn. Even if no... So... Paimon... Huh? Ah! Sorry. Paimon but... Erasing yourself from history? It's unthinkable. Is that really actually succeed. There's nothing we can do about it at this point. Hey, have you got any ideas on what? Seems like now there's nothing left for us to do but to go to sleep. But, so, how about, alright, Paimon will start. First dish, Andrean chili chicken. Oh, also, Adeptus Temptation, golden shrimp balls. Paimon was, talking? Huh. Paimon suddenly can't remember. Is that a food? What's wrong? Your eyes are like saucers. Was it something? So, the balladeer. Okay, sure. Where are we going? Huh? Fine by Paimon, but is everything okay? You're acting like...
Ah, it's been a while. Of course. Go ahead. Oh. Now there's a question I wasn't... The once renowned Raiden Gokuden, comprised of the art of forging practiced by these 5... most of the great swordsmith clans of old. But fortunately, Kaedehara Kazuha recently returned to Inazuma, if my memory serves me right.
Oh, yeah, we learned a bit about the decline of the Raiden Gokuden.
That, in fact, this was not made known to me for most of my life. He told me that, as we are both heirs to a brand, there is no harm in telling you the Raiden Gokuden were the target.
Vengeful.
400 years ago, so I'm told, there was a catastrophic malfunction in Tatarasuna's furnace. Tatarasuna was home to a state-of-the-art forging and smelting operation, knowing that they had just one chance to save countless lives. Mr. Niwa, the smith's death, though heroic, dealt a devastating blow to his... In his heart, the whole of Inazuma was culpable in his tragedy. Powerless and destitute, the only... Alas, if only the story could have ended there. Finally, he made a drastic decision. To take in his fury, he murdered indiscriminately, killing even bladesmiths. But when he came to the Kaedehara and Kamisato clans, his killing spree came to an abrupt end. That is why the Kaedehara clan and their Ishin art survived.
Was there anything else you wanted to ask?
Kazuha? Why, yes. My pleasure.
Don't tell Paimon. There are other places. On to the next step. My culinary skills.
Traveler, it's been a while. If you're looking for the Commissioner and Miss Kami...
Are they out on...
The Commissioner is out on business, and Miss Kamisato is standing in for some meetings in the...
What do you think? Shall we go in?
If it were anyone else, I couldn't...
We'll be heading in then.
Hello, dears. Of course, what would you like to know? Oh, they're both very well. As for the Commissioner himself...
So pretty much...
Very much...
Well, got any more questions?
You're very welcome. In fact, Miss Kamisato talks about you all the time. I must say,
Alright, goodbye for now. We're great. Goodbye, ma'am. Don't worry, we'll...
All right, then.
Oh, are you two leaving already?
Yep, everything...
Very well.